What's up, family? I'm recording on this YouTube. Video that YouTube has. So we'll see how it goes. I like the quality. It's not bad. Anyway, I just want to wish everyone a happy Martin Luther King's Day, post Martin Luther King's Day. I feel like I'm making this video after Martin Luther King's Day because I feel like for black people, the fight is far from over. So every day is MLK Day. That's how I see it. You know, there's still nothing has changed, you know, since the assassination of Martin Luther King. Nothing has changed as far as the status of our people, you know, being the lowest group of people in America. And, you know, I think that is definitely, you know, something that's being ignored on media, you know, by the dominant society. When they talk about Martin Luther King, you know, they make it seem like everything is gravy now. You know, he fought for these things, you know, he won, and now we're celebrating him, you know. And Martin Luther King was far from over. You know, he realized that ending segregation was not the only answer for our true justice, you know, in this country, from everything that we've been through, you know. And I know that Malcolm X was against, you know, desegregation for many reasons. And when it happened, you know, that's when Martin Luther King really started to see that we have to have an economic floor. We have to raise our economic status in order to compete in this racist society. It's almost as if, you know, racism will end because we're going to be included into their communities, you know, as if they're going to share their resources with us. And history has shown that that's not the case. The people with the economic base, they will move away from black people. And then the state, government funding will stop sending money to those communities that black people are you know, living in. And, you know, you look at that 50 years from then, and you can see nothing has changed as far as our status here in America. You know, as far as our justice claim, it is still the same, that we need money. Because everywhere we go, either white people, because of their own issues, they don't want to live around black people, they move. The market value for that community goes down and becomes, let's say, I'm trying to find a word for it, but just in short, people don't want to take care of that. People don't want to take care of it, and they just let it be, you know. And then here we are with ghettos. And now, you know, with gentrification, black people that are living at certain places, Starbucks gets built over here, Dunkin' Donuts gets built over there. Next thing you know, the rent is being raised, and black people are kicked out. You know, black people are not able to live, you know, and it's almost like it's a soft war. You know, black people are not going to live there. It's not like people are coming in, kicking in the door, get the fuck out. No, you don't even have to do that. When you have that kind of power, just raise the rent. Black people will move. And then other groups will come in and repopulate the area. And then they'll take care of that city with proper funding and everything like that. So, you know, and I think it kind of ties into what it means to be successful. You know, a black person getting into success, a black person getting out of the hood and going, you know, to the hills, or, you know, a white community, you know, is basically what that means. Because the white community is usually safer, it's cleaner, it's taken care of by the city, by the county, or what have you, and the ghetto isn't. So that is our escape. And that bootstrap mentality of like, you just got to make it, you got to work hard and get out the hood, you know. But you think, okay, the possibility that all of us collectively can get out of the hood, that would, I feel like that would not make any sense, because the hood is wherever black people are. Wherever the collective is, that's where the hood is gonna be, because of the lack of money we have as a group of people. So it's interesting, you know, that we're at this point where we're saying get out the hood, and this very, you know, this individualism, you know, to that aspect. And this goes tying right back into the fight for reparations. The fight that we should have our own money, the money that should have been there for us to be independent economically, and what did fucking Jay-Z say? Regentrify the hood, whatever that means. But in the most realistic sense, it's meaning we will have funding for our communities, because we care about our people more than any other group of people. So we're going to take care of ours. We're going to give them proper education, especially within the reparations package, which isn't just money. You know, it'll go into healthcare, it'll go into being a protected class of people, and so on and so forth. So, you know, I think that's really something that we are still battling with. You know, the fight is far from over. And, you know, I see a lot of, you know, on the left, you know, on the left wing side of media, they are promoting this socialist, anti-capitalist, you know, Martin Luther King, as if like that was what he was killed for, that was what he was really fighting for. These are the things that they're not telling you type language, as if that type of wording is so radical that you get assassinated for, which it isn't. It isn't. Bernie Sanders has been talking about socialism for over 65 years, and he's still alive, and he ain't gonna get killed either over no socialism. Martin Luther King, after his campaign and getting the Civil Rights Act and everything like that, he started pushing for reparations. Look up the speech called The Other America. I believe that was his last speech, if not second to last speech. But he was going to go back up and march to Washington and cash that check. And that's when they were like, yo, we gonna kill this dude for real now. We gonna kill him for real, because a lot of black people listened to him. And unfortunately, Martin Luther King was viewed as a messiah of some sort, where people, you know, wherever Martin Luther King goes, people are gonna go, you know. And there was not an established base of people putting in their own work to continue the fight if he gets killed, you know. And so, you know, I think this ties in very well with the ADOS movement. I hope I'm making my points clear here. I know sometimes I run on and I feel like I jump from point to point, but my main point for Martin Luther King is that he died fighting for reparations. Done. Reparations is something that all black Americans, and I feel that all Americans, should support and fight for until it happens. Point. And that will secure Martin Luther King's legacy. So in conclusion, every day is Martin Luther King Day until the people that he fought for, which are American descendants of slavery, have an economic base so that we can compete with the economic inflation in America, so that we can close a racial wealth gap, so that we can have restitution for everything that we've gone through and everything that we have contributed to this country. So every day is Martin Luther King Day. Full stop. For me, for all ADOS people, it is Martin Luther King Day. And I will celebrate his life every single day by fighting and advocating for the justice that he was advocating for. I'm not going to just, oh yeah, Martin Luther King Day, and as soon as it's over, back to my bullshit. Back to, talking shit, shitting on, promoting anti-black propaganda. We're not doing that anymore. So I'm going to celebrate his life by securing the bag for our people. As a collective, not as an individual. As a collective, I want us all to win, because that's what's supposed to happen and that's what should happen. So every day is Martin Luther King Day. That's it. So yeah, like the video and subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. And peace, love, tranquility. Peace.